My tea is cold. Hi! Episode 5 of Sara reads Smut. This time, Avengers fanfiction. This characters, Steve and Tony, or Captain America and Iron Man. Summary is Tony and Steve are getting their shenanigans on when the alarm goes off and a wild fury bursts through the door. Let's do this. It was Tony's idea to sneak away to some random empty room, the equivalent of a large and comfortable prison cell, and promptly remove the clothes from his handsome lover. Once all their clothes lay on the floor, Tony wasted no time pressing his lips to Steve's warm skin, licking and biting softly wherever his mouth could reach. Steve threaded his fingers in Tony's short hair and pulled gently as his back arched and his chest brushed bare against Tony's. He ran his hands down Tony's strong back, feeling every muscle and tendon shudder under his touch, as Tony lowered himself, kissing the insides of Steve's thighs. Tony, what if the alarm goes off? It won't, Tony whispered hotly. He pushed Steve's legs apart, lips ghosting over the hard cock in front of him. Steve groaned and let his body fall back against the small cot, one hand remaining in Tony's hair while the other found the sheets and gripped them tight. He closed his eyes as he felt Tony's tongue glide over his cock. Tony liked to go slow to savor the moment. At least, that's the lie he told Steve. The super soldier knew better, though. Tony liked to go slow because he liked watching the usually calm and collected captain fall apart. He liked to hear Steve beg. Every time Steve told himself he wouldn't give Tony what he wanted, and every time he caved. It was the feel of Tony's lips wrapping around him, the suction starting out so light and becoming more powerful the more Steve gasps. It always got to him. Tony, I can't. Oh, God! Tony smirked, knowing his lover was close. His hands were brushing along Steve's thighs, caressing his firm ass, squeezing at the sound of Steve's whimpers. A loud noise filled the room, causing the two men to pull apart quickly, Steve jumping up from the cot and staring at Tony with wild, lust-blown eyes. It won't go off, eh? Steve mocked, frustration coloring his tone. He was so close. Hey now, how was I supposed to know? That thing never goes off. Doesn't matter now. Here! Steve reached down and threw Tony's shirt to him, grabbing his own pants and underwear off the floor. I estimate we have approximately 1 minute to show up with the team before someone comes looking for us. The door to the room slammed open. Steve still had his underwear in his hands, and he threw them in front of his naked front. Tony stood next to Steve shamelessly, bare-chested and pants slipping down his waist, looking resigned. You couldn't give us 1 minute, he sighed. Crime doesn't wait just because you and your boyfriend are getting freaky, Fury spat out. Now, you got 30 seconds to throw something on and get out of here, or you'll be fighting crime naked. You got that? Tony rolled his eyes and pulled his shirt on slowly, purposely trying to annoy Fury. Steve's head jerked forward in a nod, and Fury turned and walked out, closing the door behind him. Steve was out of his seat and yanking his clothes on in less than 2 seconds. He had gotten his boxer briefs and shirt on when the door slammed open once more and Thor wandered in. I was instructed to remove you from the room, regardless of attire, he said with what looked like an amused smile. Damn it, Fury. Oh my Jesus. Now all I can think about is Chris Evans' butt. That's a nice butt. If you have a request, comment, Tumblr, Twitter. Next one will be Disney related probably. Yeah. Bye!